7, and Cameron Sold, the 97C from grid 8. Ben Morgan, going to be a busy lad tonight in the 84C TQ from 9. Aaron Findlay, car 38 from 10. Kimberley Yateman, the Dirt Flirt, starts from grid 11 and car 12. And John T. Austin in the 52N from Nelson. From grid 12 rather, Kimberley was from grid 11. Jason Graham in the 41 from 13, Jamie Booth 46 from 14, Ethan Smith in the 91 from 15, Rodney Thompson from Greymouth in the 28 car from 16, Ben Stillborn in the 22N from 17, Blake Findlay from 18 in car 83. We're in the starters' hands. This is the first TQ race of the evening, and we do go green. Montana Jameson in the Gemmett's Power Tool Services car. She leads the TQs down there. Down the back straight they go, so it's Jameson leading the way. Dana Laurie in second spot. Aaron Humble in third. Kimberley Yateman in the 12 car. Boy, she's made up some big ground there. Started back in grid number 11. Currently sitting there in fourth spot. We had the 63 car. Don't even see the 63 car on my list here. Blake, yeah. He did the big run over the back wheel of the Dirt Flirt and has lost a whole lot of ground here. Yeah, that's right. Wade Crawford. How could we have got that one wrong? Change at the front of the field. The Yale-backed New Zealand TQ champion, Aaron Humble, he leads them, and boy, he is starting to really stretch the legs. Lots of argy-bargy stuff going on further back through the pack. Montana Jameson still hanging on to the second position, and behind her is Dana Laurie in the 21. Here comes Ben Morgan in the Graham Hill Roofing 84. Got one round down there in the Prison Bend. One around. Sat there for a wee while too.
Difficult to tell who that is from here, AJ. It's certainly one of the orange cars. Maybe it's Scott Bailey. Who knows? 36 perhaps. And he's got it all round the wrong way. But good to see Aaron Humble, the 1NZ TQ driver, defending his number like a good 1NZ should. He made his way up from 5th position to 1st in just a matter of a couple of laps. Montana Jameson, a race between the ladies, and Dana Lowry for 2nd and 3rd. Good to see that. Ben Morgan will be sweating on making a pass in the very next restart. That's the 84C car, and I'd like to see Ben Morgan and Aaron Humble going toe-to-toe here. Looks like we might get a grudge race out of this, AJ.
Yeah, we might do. Humble, such a good race, a great reputation to his dad, Chip. Raced mini sprints down here in the 2000s, came down for a couple of shows, and talk about a chip off the block. Aaron is certainly one great racer. TQ's looking good tonight. Morgan sitting there in the 2nd spot. Dana Laurie in 3rd in the 21 car. Then we go back to Montana Jameson, Kimberley Yateman, and the 52 of John T. Austin. You've got Jameson in the Dirt Flirt. Girls having a real good old cat fight there for 4th and 5th spot. Austin didn't want to get caught up in that one. Cameron Soul, car number 97, muscled his way up into 7th spot right now. He's one of those drivers just improving with every race. You can see Morgan starting to close up on our New Zealand champion, Aaron Humble. Laps counting down quickly, so it's Aaron Humble and Ben Morgan. A couple of class acts in the TQ field tonight. They make their way through Stadium Finance Corner, down past the NPD 100% fuels. And Morgan has closed right up hard on the tail of Aaron Humble. White flag poised to fly in the hands of starter Mark O'Connor. Just one more lap for Morgan to get the job done. But Aaron Humble looks like he's going to hold Morgan out. They make their way down there through the Prison Bend, and Humble too good in heat number 1. Ben Morgan in 2nd, Dana Laurie in 3rd, and 4th it's Kimberley Yateman. 5th spot goes to John D. Austin. Then the 17 car of Montana Jameson crossed the line. She was in 6th, and behind Montana was the 97 of Cameron Soul. Here's the New Zealand champion and the Yale SG Equipment 1NZ machine, and a great drive there by Aaron Humble, taking out the first of the TQ races for the evening.
Yeah, congratulations to you, Aaron. A good performance. Ben Morgan was right on your tailpipe, mate, and you guys were lapping very, very closely together. Dana Lowry, the fastest lady from Auckland, taking out 3rd position, as AJ said, and it was Ben Morgan taking out quick time in that race, 16.20 seconds. That track starting to improve.
Warnock outside him, Ben Morgan, car 84. Rebecca Bugler in the 54 from 9, and Kyle Glover, car 16 from grid number 10. Regan Tyler in the 82 GM from 11, and Mike Bell, car 48C from grid number 12. Mark Morrison, the 19 from 13. Aaron Humble, bit of work to do for our champion in the 1NZ from 14. Marty Knight, car 98 from 15. Wade Crawford in the Access Man 63 from 16. Royden Crawford in the 11A from 17, and Ben Stillborn in the 22 will start from grid number 18.
Yeah, good to see Regan Tyler all the way from the North Island, but he is driving one of the Greymouth boys' cars. Not sure which Thompson that is, AJ, but James has lent the car to Regan Tyler all the way from the North Island. And if Regan didn't know it, that is a flying machine, that 82 GM. Let's see how he navigates another race here at Ruapuna tonight.
Yeah, here we go, the TQs, their second heat race of the evening, presented by Concat. And they just make their way down through Stadium Finance. Green flag just about to fly for them. 10 laps the distance in the TQ's heat number 2. And we do go green, and Scott Bailey, he's going to lead them down through Stadium Finance corner. He's got Ethan Smith hard on his tail as they make their way down the back straight. Ethan Smith is certainly shown a lot of promise in this his first season of TQ racing. Bailey goes out wide, left the door open for Smith. Smith couldn't quite capitalise on that. Then we go back to Logan Scammell, sitting there in 3rd spot in the 94 car, and tucked in behind him is Jason Graham, car 41. The 47 of Jess Morris is next. Then we look at the 84 of Ben Morgan. Scammell went out a little bit wide, left the door wide open for Graham. Graham rocketed through into that 3rd spot. Big battle going on for 4th and 5th between Scammell and Jess Morris, while Ben Morgan just sitting in there waiting patiently. Oh, Scott Bailey still setting the pace in the Access Man number 63. Aaron Humble already moved up. He's probably in about 10th spot right now. Perhaps he's got the 33 of Tyler Warnock in his sights. Warnock took out last weekend's Access Man TQ20. Boy, they'd had a miserable sort of season up until then, but everything's come right for him. Bailey's got himself a break. Ethan Smith, probably about 8 car lengths in arrears right now. Jason Graham stringing together some really good laps, sitting in that 3rd position. Ben Morgan in 4th. Then we look at Jess Morris in 5th. Kyle Glover in the champion number 16. No show without punch. He's sitting there in 6th spot right now. One of the more seasoned campaigners, you could say, in the TQ section. And Glover showing some real fight there mid-pack. White flag about to come out for our race leader, 36, Scott Bailey. Ethan Smith in 2nd. Ben Morgan's moved up into 3rd. Jason Graham hanging on to 4th. And then we've got Regan Tyler in the 82 GM machine sitting in 5th. Checkered flag's going to fly. Another good win to Scott Bailey. Ethan Smith 2nd. Ben Morgan 3rd. Rounding out the top 4, Jason Graham. That'll be a real confidence booster for Jason Graham.
Well, there you go, folks. It was Scott Bailey, an absolute professional TQ driver. Don't give Scott Bailey the space. He'll take great advantage of it. And as AJ said, Ethan Smith, Ben Morgan, and the standout performance of the season for Jason Graham, 41C. You don't often see Jason up at the front end of the field, but he drove beautifully. He only got pipped out of fourth by the very fast Ben Morgan in the last lap. So Jason Graham will be very pleased to have a good result like that. So folks, Scott Bailey takes out a heat here at the BT for Mates TQ race.
Grid 8, Cameron Soul in the 97C from 9, and Rebecca Bugler from Grid 10 in the 54 car. Graham Porter in the 12N from 11, Tyler Warnock car 33 from 12, Dana Laurie in the 21A from 13, Jess Morris 47C from 14, Montana Jameson 17 from 15, Logan Scammell 94 from 16, 17 is Blake Finlay in the 83, 18 is Scott Bailey in the 36. Boy, we're tuning through the races quickly tonight. Here we go. Green flag flies. It's Royden Crawford from Auckland that got a howler of a start. Track is fast down those straights, that's for sure. Crawford leading the way. Second spot held down by Rodney Thompson. And then we go to Regan Tyler in the 82 GM car sitting there in that third spot, but Royden Crawford came down and entered the South Island TQ Championship and didn't disgrace himself one little bit, but boy, he's showing some real wick tonight. The Thompson car sitting there in second and third, of course Rod Thompson driving the 28, and the other one, the 82, being driven by Regan Tyler, another North Island visitor this weekend. And then we go back to the 46 of Jamie Booth, sitting there in the fourth spot. John D. Austin right up behind him in the 52N car. Those two are going to go hammer and tongs at each other. Front three got a little bit of a break over their opponents. Regan Tyler's moved up into the second spot. North Islanders 1 and 2. With Royden Crawford at the front right now. Tyler in second. Rod Thompson in third. Then we go back to Jamie Booth, John D. Austin, and now sitting in behind Austin is Aaron Finlay. Pace is an absolute scorcher. No one running up there where Angels fear to tread over the other side of that there cushion. You can hardly blame them for that. Crawford, if anything, just starting to extend his advantage that he's got over Tyler. Big battle going on behind them between Booth, Austin and Finlay. For the minor money, white flag's going to come out next time. Here is Tyler's chance because Crawford got stuck in behind that lapped car. Crawford made the big move. White flag out. One more lap to go here at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. And Royden Crawford could be on his way to his maiden heat race win here at Ruapuna. Regan Tyler in second. Tyler really carrying some pace into that corner. Not enough. And Crawford's going to take the win. Tyler in second. Rodney Thompson in third. In fourth spot it's going to be Jamie Booth. John D. Austin in fifth. And rounding out the top six will be the 38 car of Aaron Finlay.
Yeah, great result there by Royden Crawford to hit the unfortunate moment here. Last time he was at Ruapuna tipping his car up, but what great redemption that was for you, Royden. A pretty good lap time, 15.64 seconds. Regan Tyler, fastest lap of the day, 15.47, so getting close to that 15.18 track record. And Rodney Thompson taking out third. So good to see those GM cars up in second and third. But today it was Royden Crawford. Congratulations to you, mate.
8, Scott Bailey, a bit further back in the field, but of course it was highest points to the back. We'll start from 15, Kyle Glover. And car number 16 will start from grid number 16. From grid 17 to 38 of Aaron Findlay. And grid 18, 28 Greymouth, that is Rodney Thompson. From grid 19 to 33 of Tyler Warnock. And grid 20, 82, that is Regan Tyler from up north. 1NZ Aaron Humble, lot of work to do for our New Zealand champion. He will be starting from grid 21. From grid 22, Ben Morgan, if they manage to get him out of his TQ in time. Blake Finlay from grid 23, and rounding out the field is Ben Stillborn. We're about to go racing in this, the TQ feature race. Let's see how many laps we can get in. It is scheduled for 30 laps. So John T. Austin in the 52 car. Got a good start. Of course, they'll be looking for all the big boys who work their way through the traffic. And you look towards the back of the field, and that's where most of the moves are coming in from. Jamie Booth in car number 46 sitting there in second spot, and Cameron Soul in third. A couple of guys that normally run pretty hard, don't get the rewards that they certainly do deserve. One car slowing rapidly, and this is going to bring out our first yellow.
Well, I tell you what, that was a frightening moment for Rebecca Bugler. She's probably lost a chain. Oh no, she's got some drive in that car now. But as that car was slowing down the back straight, she had about 20 cars to go past her. So certainly that was frightening enough, but she made it safely to the infield, which is great. And we'll get this race underway very shortly.
John T. Austin in the Bidfood car. Good to see John T. down here. He's a regular from Nelson. Good dash of prize money available in this TQ race as well. Time is of the essence, so we don't want to see the yellow light flashing all night long.
Well, Ben Morgan must be absolutely exhausted. He's jumped straight into that TQ after 30 laps in the midget, and he's actually making his way forward in front of Aaron Humble at the moment, and Tyler Warnock right beside him. So the 84C TQ making good progress forwards with plenty of laps to go.
Yeah, fit as a buck rat, you'd have to say. Okay, what do we got? A couple of laps in the books anyway for the TQ feature race. We start looking for some of the big names to work their way through. Oh, we got one around. Oh, here we go. Tyler Warnock's tied up in a bit of a mess over there. He nearly got deposited in the wall. We had Ben Morgan shooting across the grass. Could be one of those races where they might have been, no, we're not racing for 30 laps. We're going for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and that is it.
That was a frightening moment for Tyler Warnock. He got that car pretty airborne, and there was a moment where I thought it was going over. So he'll be thankful that he didn't tip it and roll it. He may have sustained some pretty serious damage, though. The Speedway officials just looking over that car. And it was Ben Morgan that got tipped to the infield. So, yes, he was flying across the infield at a high rate of knots. And hopefully he'll get that car under control and get another restart. But certainly fast and furious with these fastest from the back races, AJ.
Yeah, absolutely. Always plenty of action, and it does take a good number of laps for it to sort itself out. And because the track's not particularly wide, we thought earlier on that the track might widen out, but that clay probably just has a bit too much moisture in it. That downpour put the nail in that dirt track coffin, didn't it? And so it's, we've got about half of the track that's really a good surface, and then outside of that, boy, go outside of there, particularly in a TQ, at your own risk. Tyler Warnock going to tag onto the back of the field, or wherever they put him.
So Tyler just testing that car. It took a bit of a tumble there. Hopefully nothing's too bent, and not sure where he'll start. Maybe he'll go back to his original group position, and it looks like he will.
Yeah, of course, this all starts another argument with guys that get shoved back and so on, and, you know. Aaron Humble in the 1NZ car. He looks good, doesn't he? And
Yep.
Up at Nelson the other week, he put in a couple of really good performances. New Zealand TQ Championship next year is at Nelson. That'll be a real great show up there at that little bull ring. Okay, yellow light is out again. So we've got John D'Austin, Cameron Soul and Jamie Booth. They're the first three, but boy, the pack is thick and fast. But someone making a big charge around the top. That there is Regan Tyler. And Tyler, he's now up into 5th spot right now. John D'Austin clicking away a few laps, but Regan Tyler in the James Thompson 82 car out of Greymouth. Boy, he is putting on a terrific performance. Now up into 3rd spot. Showing some of the more highly favoured contenders how it's done, because he started off in grid number 20 and he's now challenging for 2nd. Regan Tyler running up high and wide. You've got Cameron Soul down low, Tyler up high, but our race leader John D'Austin, and Austin is going to start coming under some real pressure because the flying Regan Tyler is now up into that 2nd spot. Aaron Humble also starting to enter the fray. He's running around 4th right now. Behind him, Jamie Booth, and then Royden Crawford from Auckland. Tyler Warnock, he's another one. He's up to around 8th position right now. John D'Austin running a good line down low, making it hard for Tyler. The only way for Tyler could well be around the top. As we lose the 91 of Ethan Smith to the infield. John D'Austin from Nelson. Boy, he's putting in some very good laps, making it hard. But Tyler's got the momentum, running around the top side. Another big drag race between them. And you can sense that Austin knows that if he just sticks off the pole line a bit, he's going to make it hard. Tyler's grabbed the lead. So Regan Tyler leading the BT for Mates TQ feature race. John D'Austin in 2nd, Aaron Humble in 3rd, Cameron Soul in 4th. Yellow light comes on. Logan Scammell around, 10 laps down.
Well, of course, these fast drivers will be sweating on a few yellow lights so they can restack and have a good chance of making some passes. But Aaron Humble making his way through the field there, made his way all the way up to 4th right now. Cameron Soul just in front of him, but John D'Austin racing the race of his life, as well as Regan Tyler, the North Island flyer, who's making very good progress in that borrowed car.
Yeah, really good performance by Austin. Racing a smart race. He's not sticking right down by the concrete pole line because he knows how narrow the racetrack is. So he's found a spot about 1.5 car widths off the pole line that has been working quite nicely for him. That cushion is not something you want to go slamming with a TQ. Green flag flies again. Once again, Ben Morgan gets shoveled onto the inside, and we got another one around down the just opposite the Mag and Turbo warehouse pit gates.
Trying to pick up that number there, folks, but yeah, that caused a fair bit of carnage. It was Tyler Warnock and Ben Morgan being driven to the infield. Tyler Warnock may have just had enough now. He's just chatting with the clerk of the course there to see if he can get restarted. Ben Morgan, I think he may have joined the field again.
Well, he's certainly done some cross country tonight, and none of it's been of his making. He's got a lot of confidence in how smooth our infield is these days.
So Tyler Warnock just being pushed either to the infield or a restart. We'll find out very shortly. And it looks like it's to the infield.
Well, we saved the backflip tonight.
$250 saved, mate.
That's brave saying that. Okay, Jonty Austin. Let's see if Jonty can make something stick this time around. Regan Tyler. Well, he's been a class act tonight, hasn't he? He might want to take that car home. And it's quick off the mark for Tyler. Jonty Austin in second. Looking back to third. Cameron Soul and then Royden Crawford. Few little spits of rain starting to fall. Can't say they didn't warn us about that. But Regan Tyler, geez, starting to absolutely run away with this one now. Jonty Austin in second. Cameron Soul. Another one of those drivers that if they get a good break, man, they're hard to chip back. So Soul currently sitting there in that third spot. Royden Crawford in fourth. Behind Crawford, we've got a gaggle of cars with Jamie Booth, Montana Jameson in there looking for our New Zealand champion, and boy, he's just faded by the wayside. Yeah, Regan Tyler. Good stalwart of the TQs up north. And he has made mince meat out of them tonight. Jonty Austin deserves some reward out of this race. Sitting there in second. Royden Crawford, another one who's shone tonight. And he's currently in third. Cameron Soul fourth. Jamie Booth. Looks like our New Zealand champion may have joined the fleet of cars on the infield. Ben Morgan. He's put in some laps tonight. And Morgan currently running about 7th position. As Jonty Austin coming under the blowtorch from Royden Crawford. Look at Regan Tyler. He's got nearly half a lap lead over the field. He has cut them to shreds. Looks like those spits of rain may have just abated enough to continue this TQ feature race. 8 laps to go. It's Regan Tyler now into the lap traffic. Boy, that's where things can get a little bit scary. Royden Crawford. Big old battle going on there with Jonty Austin. Yellow comes out. No, it doesn't. That battle going on there for second and third between Jonty Austin and Royden Crawford is a rip snorter as we lose the 22 of Ben Stillborn in the high rev car to the infield. I think Crawford's tried every trick in the book to get past Jonty. Fourth spot held down by Jamie Booth. Aaron Findlay in fifth. Then we look back, it's Montana Jameson and Scott Bailey. Blake Findlay, oh, he's continuing to impress. He's got Ben Morgan right in behind him, and in front of him is the 36 car of Scott Bailey. What is it, a second or third night in the TQs, and he's really mixing it up with the big guns. Cannot help but be impressed by the showing put on by Regan Tyler tonight. This is a BT for mates TQ feature race. Of course, Townsend, Bryce Townsend was a New Zealand TQ champion and brought his car down here on a number of occasions. White flag comes out. See if we can pick Regan Tyler up out of the traffic. There he goes. Royden Crawford, he's moved up into second. Jonty Austin, the pressure had to pay off at some stage for him as Tyler takes the win, and Royden Crawford's going to finish second. Third will be Jonty Austin. Fourth place, long way back, Aaron Findlay. And in fifth we have got Jamie Booth. Sixth, Montana Jameson. Seventh, Blake Findlay. Eighth, Scott Bailey. Ben Morgan. And ninth, Mike Bell wraps out the top 10. Well, that was almost an added extra tonight's TQ feature race. Yes, it's on. No, it's not. And well, Craig, we were looking out the window at the spits of rain that was starting to come on here, and it looks like that little skiff came and went without making one impression, one change at all, did it?
Well, we managed to get through it, folks, and thanks for being patient if you hung around there. Many of you would have left after the midget car feature, but it was the North Islanders, Regan Tyler, Royden Crawford and Jonty Austin from Nelson taking out the first three placings, with Aaron Findlay, one of our local favourites here, taking into fourth. So it's a great race for Regan Tyler. Congratulations to you, mate. You've taken out the BT